All right. Okay, so welcome to Nexus Roundtable. My name is Karsa, KKWX. Karsa is my name, KKWX is my empire. With me today I have Bailez 115 and I have its Bullhead. They are each streaming. We are all three streaming on Twitch at certain times of the day that you can find at the bottom of the screen. We do have it attached to the YouTube. We are doing this because of what reason? And that is that people have a budget on games, and sometimes the games that are the least expensive may be the overlooked gems. Also, because people want to not spend a lot of time on games that are not that great. And they do on the games that they do like. And everybody has a budget. Everybody needs to find what they can afford and still be able to have the entertainment that they need. Am I not right?
I mean, I'm looking for a budget.
Yeah, we're all hard on a budget, so we're here to give you guys reviews of different games that we find either on Epic Games, on Game Pass, or on Steam that are free or close to free, or at least has got some type of a discount, and they may be older games, they may be newer games that people just decided to do free to play, whatnot, but we have all those to go. So that is why we're here. Now, with me today I do have Bailey. Bailey, would you say hi and who you are?
Hello everybody. My name is Bailey. I stream on Twitch as well, as a VTuber, obviously. I play mostly RPG games, but at the same time, my greatest focus on stream is building a supportive environment for disabilities, mental health issues, and for the LGBT community at large. So feel free to stop in, even if you don't want to watch me play and you just want to talk. Please stop in. I'd love to have you. Bullhead?
Well, my name's Bullhead, also a variety streamer on Twitch. I usually stick to RPGs or like FPS games, but I like to go out of my comfort zone and try different things, which is why I'm joining both of you here to hopefully find some cool things to do, meet some awesome people, and just have a good time.
Excellent. So we're all here. Basically, we have reviewed it for the last 2 weeks. That's our goal, is basically keep it to 1 to 2 weeks that we're going to be doing our reviews on, and get as far as we can in it, on stream and off, whichever we want to do. But at the end, we are going to review it the best way we can, and that is through 5 different criteria. And our 5 different criteria are arts and graphics, controls, gameplay, ingenuity, and overall star. Now, arts and graphics includes artwork and overall look. So let's begin our little segment here. Now we're just going to be playing, last time we had clips. This time we're trying a different route where we're just going to play it for you. So as you can see, I started it off on the title screen, and this is what you get at the beginning. I wanted to look over the arts and graphics, and you can see that it is a little bit cartoony. I think they meant for that to be the case, and it looks cute. It is absolutely cute. Any ideas on you guys?
Right, so the game itself had a cute feeling overall. You know, with the sounds that you encountered, and the way that the game looked just amplifies that. It's meant to leave you with this feeling of everything's going to be okay, even when it's not necessarily okay in the game. But it feels like it's okay, and the graphics really give that feeling to you. I do appreciate the... don't even know how to put it. It's like a combination between it's like a glossy pastel, which actually sounds oxymoronic, but they pull it off very well, and it's very pleasing to the eyes. Bullhead?
Yeah, I mean, with the direction they were going, I think they found their certain style that they were looking for, for the game. Like, it's not amazing graphic wise, but I'm not expecting it to be with the art direction they're going to. But
right.
When you look at the different areas you're in and things like that, they put their own little touch on it that just makes it it's enjoyable to look at. And you can sit there for a bit and really just look and play the game, and it's not gonna overly bother you. So I think people would actually enjoy that aspect. So I liked it.
For me, it gave me the same feel of Craftopia, and even the game we played just recently, which was my time at Portia, and it gave that same type of well, not only genre, but the same type of look that they're wanting for an overall look on the graphics. So I think that's what we have for the graphics. Do we want to move on to possibly anything? And you want to talk about anything else with the arts and graphics?
I mean, honestly, I'm ready to to talk about the stars with it. So.
Okay, well that's quick. Yeah, let's get into a little bit of look. Let's see of what it has. Okay, can I move it? Can I move it? Thank you, please. No. Right. It's not gonna move. It's not gonna move.
Oh, that's okay.
Alright, there we go. It's starting to move. Alright, so in the game, as you can see, we used a, I don't know, liquid bubble gun?
I don't think they named the weapon or anything like that.
No.
If they have, it's probably in a letter somewhere.
Yeah, and the creatures are the slimes, and yeah, the overall look is...
It's called a vacuum pack.
Vacuum pack! See, she's so good at this!
If you watch the transition from the loading screen, it said you need some kind of upgrade on your vacuum pack, and I'm like, well, it just said that to us.
Well, see, we're so blind, it isn't funny. Okay, so let's go ahead and give the stars then. First star, I will go Bailey. What would you like to make this?
Absolute for graphics. It gets my approval. Its art design is fantastic. I love it. So yeah, it gets my star.
All right, Bullhead. What about you?
Yeah, it'll get a star for me as well. I enjoyed it overall. I didn't really have. Usually you could pick something out, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm not gonna really. There's nothing to complain about.
Yeah,
I like what they did and where they went with it. So.
I'm gonna give it a star too. I think the overall graphics and looks, it fits. It fits the genre. It fits the style, and I think it fits who they're trying to get as their audience. So I think it's great. I think it's a good start. All right, moving on. Now for control. Let's see here. Controls involve how we move the character, pressing E, pressing F, whatever. I'm going to start with Bailey this time.
that sounds fair. I was the one that had the biggest gripe about the controls in the last one. I'll be honest with you, I don't actually remember if the controls were modifiable for a gamepad, but this was a game that had the exact setup I wanted it to have with the gamepad, so I didn't actually change anything because I didn't need to. It's pretty straightforward with the controller. You're pressing L to suck things up, you're pressing R to shoot things out. You use your bumpers to move between the selections on your taskbar. I can see that you did not use a gamepad, so I can see that you select that 1 through 5. That sounds pretty standard.
Yeah, I left it the way it was. Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, for any time like the game developer comes up with something that's just so easy to use that you don't want to modify anything, that's a developer that's done the game right. So in this category, I would definitely say they've done some really great things with it. As far as flying mechanic, which it kind of has part to do with the controls, because I found myself a lot pressing the jump button, letting go of it, and then pressing and holding it again, because I felt like it didn't seem to matter whether you just held it, because it would still drop down a little before flying. So I would kind of question that as maybe a criticism, but, maybe that was their intent, I don't know. So, how about you, Bullhead? Did we lose Bullhead?
Sorry, I hit my microphone by accident.
All good.
The controls are basic. I mean, there's not really a lot of things you could do with it. But as you were mentioning about the gamepad controls being customizable, they actually are.
Good.
So if you wanted to remap all your gamepad controls, you actually could. So that's actually something nice that was added.
That's exciting. I mean, in your end, for my end, it was fine for the PC. So.
Well, I use my keyboard and mouse, but controls were simple. I mean, it wasn't something overly impressive with what they did. The only gripe I had was exactly what Bailey said before. The jetpack mechanics are kind of a little wonky. So jumping, and then it didn't really matter if you held it or stopped and then pushed it, and you just kind of went and everything like that. But I mean, I like the controls. I didn't really have a problem with them besides just me missing inputs and shooting things I didn't want to shoot,
Well, coming from somebody who has problems with their hands, because every once in a while my peripheral neuropathy or my arthritis will get to me, that jump pack was a pain in the butt. Jumping holding it down really hurt. So it was kind of like, well, it would have been nicer to even have a toggle or something. So I don't know. That was the one criticism I had with moving around, was that particular thing. I liked the rest. I really liked how the computer was working out. I mean, that they already had it set up, so I didn't even have to think about it.
It's interesting that we all said jetpack.
Yeah, the jetpack just, I did not like it.
That was impressive, Karsa. Sorry.
Yeah, the jump? Yeah. No.
Smash has pretty tight jumps. Before I got the jetpack, there were some areas that it felt like if I didn't jump at the very edge of something, I wouldn't have made the jump. Right? So I thought that was pretty cool. And then they gave me the jetpack, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah. Well, there were several times that I ended up in the water and losing everything, so the jetpack kind of became my enemy. But anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about that. So, anything else you want to talk about on controls?
I think I'm good.
What about you, Bullhead? Did you have anything else?
No, I mean, the only gripe was just the jump back stuff.
Yeah,
like everything was just simple and easy. Like I didn't really question how to press something to do something. Like they made it pretty simple and easy to do, and it's rememberable. So you didn't really forget or trying to remember.
This scene really drives me nuts. That freaking cat. Trying to get the cat. They've changed things over. They've modded things since before, where that you could actually get that cat. You could actually get the gold slime, and you cannot anymore. You only get it once. You can't. I haven't been able to put them with other slimes.
I mean, you're not supposed to. Those are special slimes.
Yeah. Well, you were able to do it at one time. They changed it. I think I know why they changed it. It is kind of broken that way. But yeah. Okay. So moving on, let's give our stars out for our controls. Alright, so we'll start with you, Bailey, again. What's your star?
Great. So, the developers obviously stuck with the KISS theory, and if you've never heard of that, that's just simply keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they get my star. They did exactly what they should have and made this just easy to play.
Alright. How about you, Bullhead?
Yeah, same thing. Like I said before, simple controls, nothing overly complicated. A little wonky with the jetpack, but I mean, all your keybinds are customizable, so you can always find something that works for you. So yeah, I mean, it's a star for me.
All right, I will give it a star as well. It's the only gripe I have is that jetpack. It was very easy to understand, very easy to figure out after the only thing I didn't like about it is coming up in the next part. But otherwise, mechanically, the controls were fine. Just, I wish they would have put a toggle in instead of making us hold it down, or. That would have been a whole lot easier.
And how it works with the jetpack.
Yeah. It was hard. It was really hard. Alright, gameplay. Let's do it.
Okay.
Go ahead, you get a start this time.
Okay, so if you want to start for what my footage is, I don't like the gameplay. Because the stupid tar things killed all my slime. And that's where I started from to record.
Oh.
But so I had to start all over again, collecting everything, which was annoying.
Yeah.
And it sucked. And then I figured out you can actually suck into tar things and then chuck them. I just lost everything, and that just annoyed me. But like the gameplay, it's like I said, simple. With the Gordo things, yeah, you have to be a little treasure hunter to find some of them. But that just it just promotes you to explore more, because you'll be surprised like how many little how they'll throw in like a very little corner somewhere on like a mountain edge, right? And you won't think of it, but if you get close enough, all of a sudden you'll see like I forgot the name of the word. Like a ramp, or like a stairway going down, or something like that, and like you find something cool. So that's what I enjoyed. Other gameplay. I mean, the farming's simple, right? They give you. It's easy to do. I mean, there's not a lot of too many choices, so they do keep it simple. You can choose your coop for the chickens. You could build a garden if you want to make your fruits or vegetables, and then you got your coral for where you're keeping your slimes. And there's a pond for water slimes as well. It's enjoyable. You always want to go out and look for things or see what you can collect next. So much money you can make, and then later on they throw in actual uses for the export, is what we call it here. Little slime treasures we get from feeding the slimes to do and build other things. I mean, it's simple, but I like how they throw like a lot of different other systems into the gameplay to like keep it fresh, kind of.
Sure.
So I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, I can see that. All I can see in yours that this is something I did not like. There was a time when my slimes literally, even though I had all the bits, all the pieces, the solar, the air thing, the sides, it's doubled, and they're still popping out. That drove me insane. Because you know how many times you get those tar slimes? As soon as they pick up a third type of different plort, you're screwed. I had to go through a couple of times when I lost everybody inside the screen because some creature in there got out, got another plort, and got back in. So, that was annoying. Very annoying. As far as gameplay goes, and I am not going to talk about what I know that Bailey is going to talk about, so I'll let you talk about that. But
I know. Go ahead, Karsa. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
When I first played this, about 2 weeks ago, I was trying to find all the keys. I only found one key, and then I thought, did I make a mistake? Because I hadn't seen a key in any of the other quartos. And I was like, did I really make a mistake? So I'm not sure why they gave keys to some and not to others. That kind of confused me as well. Also, I didn't really find some of the stuff that you did for the science, and I'm a big science person. I didn't find it all that exciting, and I went through quite a bit of it. I did like the drill and the pump and things like that, but when it came down to the slime lamps and stuff like that, I didn't quite get it. So there's that. That's my thought on it. What about you, Bailey?
Okay, so I don't mean to brag here, but I have never once had one of those evil black slimes on my farm.
Oh, you're lucky.
I don't think it's luck so much as a result of them of my biggest gripe. Playing this game, there was no tutorial. I played for 3 hours on my first period of playing, and it was actually my best friend who recommended this game to me like a year ago. He's like, you need to play this game, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And he was right, I needed to play this game. But I played the first 3 hours, I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, I can't do anything about my slimes. They keep escaping. Because the very first time I interacted with the building mechanism here was I would just build an enclosure and then put slimes in it. And then the only time I interacted with it the second time was when I built a pond. And when you build a pond and you interact with that panel again, the only option you have is destroying it. So I thought that was true for all of them. And I'm like, dude, I hate this game. I can't get my slimes to stay in the enclosures. And he's like, well, have you upgraded them? And I'm like, what are you talking about? This game does not tell you that you can upgrade your enclosures. You have to interact with it, with the same thing you built it. And I had no idea you could do that because the only time I'd ever interacted a second time was with something that didn't have an upgrade. So that was a real big issue for me because I actually didn't want to finish playing the game. And because of that, because I never got that tutorial and I had my friend, basically tell me what I was doing wrong, I never had a problem with the black slimes, because by the time I got to them, I knew not to put them near each other. So, every area of my farm has, for the most part, it only has 2 types of slimes in it. So even if, something were to get out, which they didn't, because I only allow 3 or 4 slimes per enclosure, it wasn't an issue for me. But yeah, I mean, gameplay-wise, other than not having a tutorial, I think everything's okay. Like, it makes sense, there are some tricks you can learn as you play the game, and I don't really want to talk too much about them in this, because I want people to find these tricks out for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, you're seeing one right now.
Yeah, that's a trick.
Yep. And so...
Yeah, but that's also a dangerous trick, because if they get a third one, then they turn into a black slime.
And you can see, like, right now there are three in that one enclosure. They're never going to escape with a fully upgraded enclosure. That's never going to happen.
If there's too many in one, they will.
That's what I'm saying, is that in that one enclosure, those 3, just having 3 in that one enclosure, they'll never get out.
Right.
If it had been 5 or 6, yeah, some of them would probably get out, but I kept it limited. Because the last mechanic or gameplay portion I want to talk about in this game is the market. And the market runs on a supply and demand system. If you sell too many of one type of plort, the price on that plort goes down for a few days. And so you actually have to stop selling it to bring the value back up again. So only having 3 or 4 types, 3 or 4 plorts or slimes in each enclosure actually worked to benefit me on the market, because I could just store them in a silo for a few days and then sell them when the price got up to where I wanted them to be.
Right.
But yeah, I think my biggest gripe in this entire thing is just there is no tutorial. And, like, maybe it's something a little about my intelligence that I didn't quite figure this out on my own. Maybe, because I like my games to handhold me a little. I was ready to give up because the game didn't tell me, like, hey, these are things you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I just missed out on so much, and I would have given up on a game that I truly enjoyed. So, anybody else has anything to add in that category, I'd love to hear it.
Well, the next part is actually for the ingenuity. So, as far as the gameplay goes, I think because I overstuffed them, you're right. That's probably how I got the slimes. But, it kind of worked in the benefit both ways. Yours, you went less. I went quite a bit, but I was able to put some back, so I could go through the scientific a lot faster than probably some of you did, because I had all the plorts and everything I needed before I even started the science area.
Right.
Also, there's something we didn't touch upon, and I will touch upon it. We do eventually go over to the other places. Yes. There is the first one, and I had it on mine. I could show it again. But it basically, we went over to one of the lady who had the silver slimes, the quicksilver slimes, and they would you would have to do a project over in their farm.
I haven't gotten there.
Yeah. So all I'd have to say is that you do end up going to the other farms, and especially if you make a rapport with them and all that.
Oh man, tell me you do this. Oh, you didn't. Okay, I thought you were going to try to make that jump.
I did make that jump. It was rough.
No doubt.
It was rough.
There it is. There's a Gordo. So this is actually something you encounter in like the first few minutes of the game.
What did you just feed it?
The male
chicken.
hens. Oh no, he fed them. No, there goes the chicken.
The cat one, they eat meat.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering, I was hoping you didn't send a plort to him. That's the biggest worry I had every time I saw those tar slimes. I was thinking, are they going to be able to make those into bad too?
Just like hit it on a wall. I'm gonna beat you up before I throw you in water. Sorry.
I don't know if any of you got to deal with the feral slimes either. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. Carry food.
Yeah. Oh, horrible. Alright, so...
There's feral slimes not too far out when you actually leave your farm. They're like in a cave, like float on you.
Yep.
So they let you know real quick.
There is actually something you can do to make them not be so mean. But that
the game tells you.
Yeah, we'll not tell you what it is, but we'll say that it's in the game. Yeah, he's fighting a lot of tar slimes. Because this area is notorious for getting tar slimes. There are 3 different types here. There's the cat, there's the pink slime, and then there's the blue slime. Well, if they get any 3 plorts, 3 different types of plorts, they turn into tars. And you just want to destroy that entire area.
Yeah, I learned that you could chuck them, so then ever since then, I just, when they spawned, I would go out of my way.
I tried that too.
I would go out of my way to make sure they got chucked as far away as possible into the water.
Yeah, and the Gordos don't take chicks.
That was so cool. You saw it actually appear out of the air. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't take the chick, but then again, I guess they want you to wait for it to mature into a chicken.
Yeah, this isn't Fable. You can't eat crunchy chicks.
Aw. But the one thing we do know about the Gordos, and that's all I'm going to say, is that it takes a lot. So if you're going to have 2 sections full. Alright, let's move on to the next...
Giving it the star?
Giving it the stars. This time I'm going to start.
Sure.
I hate to say it, but for gameplay, I am almost at a half of the star. There's a gold one. I have a half a star because the tutorial was big problem. So I don't know if I can give it actually a star for this. So I'm not going to give it a star, and I'll move on to the next person. Bailey?
I'll let you go with this one first, Bullhead.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, I wasn't bothered with our tutorial, but, like, a lot of people who know me just knows I skip tutorial stuff, and I just throw myself into it.
Oh, well, there you go.
So, like, I didn't really find a problem, like, upgrading stuff, because I ended up, like, clicking them anyway, because it said interact. I was like, oh, that's cool, and I figured that out. The only thing I didn't know was I didn't know the tar thing was the 3 different, like, ports, so that changed everything. But, like, overall gameplay, I mean, it's simple, right? It's not overly complicated. But it's repetitive, but it's nice. It's hard to explain. Like, I enjoyed it, so I would still give it a star. Like, I didn't really find anything too wrong, but, like, yeah, I didn't find anything too bad with it. That, like, just losing all my slimes was kind of upsetting, just because I was building.
Yeah.
I was building up everything nicely, and I kind of just swept that rug under my feet. I recovered, so I would still give it a star for gameplay.
Okay. Bailey.
This game is definitely so much fun. But truly, the lack of tutorial, the lack of them trying to give me a fair start in this game, it stops me from giving it a star.
Okay, so we will stop there on the stars, and we will continue on to...
Oh, they get to see it!
Yay! Yeah. So you get a lot of things, and then you get a key. That one doesn't give you a key, though.
Oh, I meant to talk about that. They give you a portal or a key, and
Yeah.
so it's predetermined.
Yeah, it is.
So, yeah, I thought I'd mention that.
Yep. And
Yeah,
you get
they're
those
just like-
ornaments, but I don't...
No, I'm sorry. I mean to do that.
Yeah.
Are the ornaments DLC? I never found one.
I found
They're
several.
in the chest. They're in the chest. You can break open.
Yeah. So, anyway, moving on. Let's go ahead and hit the next step. Second, while I get to it, it's ingenuity. Alrighty. Well, now ingenuity is creativity, plot, and genre. What makes this game different? And I'm gonna say that, Bailey, it's your turn.
Sure. So this type of thing, combining different slimes, it's definitely been done in other games before, but not in this genre. This is a farming life sim, and this is sort of it's nice to see this mechanic combined into the genre. So in that sense, it is very ingenious, I guess, but they also did something else that was sort of ingenious that I don't know that I respect completely, and that is the concept of not giving the game a plot. Basically, and I've actually had to look into this myself, not just like, hey, this is my gameplay experience. I actually had to look it up, and there really isn't a plot to this game. It's basically just be as successful as you can be. And, games in the genre, My Time at Portia actually had an RPG plot. Stardew Valley has your grandfather coming to assess your farm at the end of the second year or the start of the third year. So literally not having a plot in the game is kind of disheartening, and I think it was a mistake. And but in terms of bringing something the genre really hasn't seen, this breeding creatures thing, it's kind of cool, especially the crossovers. So I think that's all I really have to say about that category. Bullhead?
Yeah, no plot's kind of meh. I mean, the only thing you really learn about the person you're playing is basically through letters. The person's name is Casey. Casey sends her letters, and through those letters you learn about things they did. So it's not much to really keep you interested. They set this up so this game is way more about gameplay than it would be for story. And just going out, farming, coming back, combining your slimes, which I liked actually. Combining different slimes gave you all the different looks, and all their favorite foods produced better results, and then you gotta find this to do that. So, I mean, I enjoyed that more than other typical games like this. So I would engineer. I mean, yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it did something nice that a lot of people would enjoy.
I would say that this is very ingenious, at least with the slime part, because I had never seen anything of this type of nature. I do like this game for that manner. However, I will say something. I made a game like this similar in Second Life when I was building games, and it was basically a farming type of game like this. And for the way they did it, it was simple, and yet it still had that, what am I thinking of, professionalism that you want in a game. So I would give the fact that they were very ingenious in how they use slimes and not animals, but I would agree on the plot. There was none. The what little plot we did have, I didn't feel myself connected. And so I would hate to say that, but the plot just killed it. It just didn't work. It didn't work at all. But far as the overall, just playing with slimes, farming the slimes, making stuff, I thought that was fun. You have gone to a lot of Gordos. This one.
Yeah, I mean, at some point in the game, like, you can't really progress without, like, finding a key.
Yeah.
So, like, once you, because I was getting money fine, like, I was upgrading things and doing that. But I went, I think, a different route than you two. And I didn't get to the mossy area until, like, way later. So I was trying to figure out, like, where I can go next, and then once I saw my options, I was like, it's the big slimes, and then this is where I was just like, I gotta go and find everything, and I tried to find and persuade all the slimes I could to just give me a key, and I mean, it was annoying that they didn't all have a key, or it's predetermined, which, like, I mean, I can get it. But it was like it was a slight inconvenience, especially I don't know, like where the map would the map be in gameplay. I wouldn't know what that would be.
Yeah, that would be actually in gameplay. You want to talk about the map?
Because that's one thing that annoyed me. Because this game, they want you to find things, but they also put stuff in like certain locations, right? So if I walked past that one Gordo we found, like I wouldn't be able to mark it on the map. So I'd have to like look at the map and then like specifically remember, oh hey, there's like one here. So there wasn't really much like interactivity with it to like help me get around quicker. And it was just it was there to like just show a pretty map and kind of what direction you're going in. Because after a while, like I just stop looking at the map because it's not necessary. But that's one thing that and the stamina thing got on my nerves. That's about. Because stamina took too long to regenerate. Right, so I'd run out of stamina. And I felt like I was walking around for ages before it even started to refill back up. And then it would start filling up, and then you can run again, and then it went out. But once you got like the stamina upgrades, it was a bit better. Like that long delay between like stopping and going was kind of annoying. But the map was what I wanted to talk about. That really made me question myself sometimes while I was playing. Just because I couldn't do nothing with it. And I was like, why even have it in this type of game besides to just show a pretty picture, you know? So yeah, that's my thoughts on the map.
I mean, it was hard to follow that map, that's for sure. So plot-wise, seems like there really wasn't one genre. This falls in the same genre, and it's very chill. It's a lot like, I would say, I don't know, even Minecraft would fit this realm, because you do some farming there as well as it's kind of a chill game, all in all. So, anything else you guys want to say?
I know you mentioned the stamina, and I'm actually not going to comment about the fact that it had stamina, but I did get the feeling of like, Halo or Borderlands, where your shield would take damage and you just have to wait for it to regenerate. So it very much felt like that to me.
It felt like it was too long before it started to do anything, and I'm like, why? There's no point. It's not like you're, I guess for the jetpack, but even then, it's just like, you're not really running away from things. Like, most of the stuff in this game doesn't really, like, you can just move away from it, right? So, like, it just made me question, like, why they would do something like that with the stamina bar. Maybe they had something else intended and they didn't get to put it in.
Could be.
But who knows? It was just inconvenient, sadly. I wish they did something about it, but you can't win everything, right?
Right.
Sure.
Okay. So with ingenuity, let's go ahead and let's give our stars. Bailey.
It had its problems, for sure. And there were a lot of positives and a lot of negatives, but I think overall I felt a lot more positives than negatives. So in this case, I think I'll give it a star.
Okay, let's give it a star. How about you, Bullhead?
I'm pretty much in the same boat. Like, the things that were bad about it weren't that much to me. It was like 3 things. But all the positives completely outweigh it. So I would still give it a star.
Okay.
Even though it had a couple of hiccups that were annoying.
I really liked it, so I would have to say, for the most part, other than the plot or lack thereof, I would give it a star. So we are on our last criteria, which is overall.
Speak for yourself. I'm a butterfly girl.
Okay, well, I'm not even human at all. I'm an alien. What do you want? I'm an alien and I'm a Dr. Moreau type of an alien. I create stuff and things that actually are weird.
Oh no, your chat was spoiling things for you.
Oh, what?
They were just giving you directions.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I should not show this.
It's okay. It really is. I mean, there's nothing. You can't skip it, is the problem.
Yeah. Or we'll do what I just did, what happened to Bailey's. We're going to start with Bailey's next time.
To be fair, I knew where this one was, so...
Okay, good.
I haven't gotten it yet, but I know where it is.
Oh, yeah, they were spoiling it. That's fun. But I had fun. I had a lot of fun. Overall, I am going to start this one off.
Absolutely.
For replay value and for enjoyability, I played this in a heartbeat. I loved it. It felt very, very fun. The only thing I didn't like was the hunter slime. They kept trying to eat my face. But I absolutely did love this game, and I would 100% recommend it for those who want to play it, especially on Xbox right now, while it's as free it is on Xbox right now, or you can buy it for permanency. So yeah, so I will definitely go ahead and give mine a star. We'll just go ahead and give the star out, and I'll move on to you, Bailey.
All right, so sort of ironically in this case, the lack of a plot in the entire game, of the goal just being, hey, how rich can I get, actually gives it like a lot of, I can come back, play this for a couple of hours, and just sort of try to have fun with it, and it doesn't really matter because you're just playing the game. Like, being able to go back anytime you want to and pick up right where you left off and not have to remember that, such and such character died and was killed by a person with a massive sword. I'm not spoiling any game in particular. It's nice to be able to just pop back in the game when you don't want to, and it's a lot of fun, especially after the tutorial fiasco is over. So yes, I definitely give it an overall star for gameplay and replayability. Because while I may not replay the game, you are effectively replaying the game every time you launch it. So
yeah, pretty much. Alright, for you, Bullhead.
Sure, I would give him a star. I mean, at first I didn't really like it, because it's not like my type of game, kind of. But like the more I played it, like the more it just grew on me. Like I know there wasn't a story, but after a while I kind of just like forgot about it. Like it didn't affect me, and I could just go and just play without like having to worry. You know, it was just enjoyable. So there were some negatives, right? Some little hiccups I didn't like, but you know, when you play like a lot of different games and play games for a long time, like you know, like things like that are gonna happen, and it's okay that there like were some things I didn't enjoy. I wish they improved on, but like it did. I'm trying to think of words as I'm tired, but they did a good job in keeping it simple, not trying to be overly complicated, and just kept things purely fun. But there wasn't really things that I would put that like super made me just want to quit, but like it was good. It got my attention. It after a while grew on me, made me want to play more. Yeah, I would give it my overall star, and I would tell people to definitely, even if it's not like completely your type of game, to just like give it a shot, and it may grow on you in the end.
All right. So 13 out of 15 stars. Not too shabby for a game like this.
Definitely.
It actually went well. The only thing that it really probably fell apart on, would you say, was the gameplay?
Yeah, it just fell apart in its lack of tutorial, and I think that's what nailed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, going forward, the second one is supposed to be coming out this year. Maybe they'll fix that. And I would probably say that if it comes out this year as a day one release, I could probably see us reviewing that game at the time too.
Oh yeah,
it's a day
definitely.
one release on Xbox. Speaking of price, though, for those of you who don't have Xbox Game Pass, Karsa, you can correct me if I'm mistaken, but I believe it was $19.99 on PS4, Steam, and Xbox, and on Switch, because it comes with the DLC on Switch, it's $24.99. Am I right about that?
That is correct. That is actually what I wrote down. So, you are
just an
correct
FYI
in
for our
that.
viewers.
Yeah, it is without Xbox Game Pass, it is $19.99 pretty much everywhere except for Switch.
And for those of you who are considering the DLC, just know that the DLC is cosmetic only. It does not add any content to the game.
Although you get to use it in the Xbox Game Pass for a start off. So, but I really didn't get into it. Into that DLC, so. And it's really up there in when you're in the scientific, because you have to do it through the lab.
Sure.
You have to find the stuff first to make it. So I didn't really get into that one. Again, I thought the cosmetics I didn't really care for. I didn't understand why you would even want to have a slime lamp.
It's like furniture type stuff.
Yeah, but we didn't even get to see our home inside. You just walk in. There's no extra thing to see.
It's like the same with the ornaments. You just shoot them on stuff, and then that's it.
It's just totally pointless to me.
Maybe they had a system that they wanted to put in, so you can have like your little decorations, but
maybe they'll do it in the future. I don't know.
It could be.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, as we veer off topic, what are we playing next week, Karsa? I seem to have forgotten. My memory is like a sprung trap. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out.
We are going to be playing Evil Genius 2. Now, I have played Evil Genius 1, And I will tell you, it's a strategy game, but I hope that you will have some fun with it. At least listen to the humor.
Sure.
Because the humor is, that really is what makes the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. And then, as far as tutorial, I think you'll like it. You'll at least understand the tutorial. Not so sure how far it will go into. I will find out with you.
We did briefly talk about our time playing this, so we haven't really decided if this is going to be a 1 or a 2-week game. I don't think we have yet.
No.
We knew going into this game that it was going to take us 2 weeks because we knew that it was a fairly extensive game that we needed to give a little more time.
Correct.
So I would love to say that we would have another video out in 1 week, but be prepared to wait for 2, just in case it requires a little more time from us because we don't want to do the game a disservice.
Yeah, we really don't want to go half-ass on anything, so yeah, expect us to try to keep it at 1 week if we can. If not, we're gonna give it 2 weeks. So.
And of course, we'll have an answer to this on Monday, so if you just want to pop into any of our streams and be like, hey, did you decide if it was going to be a 1-week game? We'll tell you if you pop into our chat.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll know probably by Monday night after I've played it on my stream partially. So each of us do play it on our stream, and then we come together to actually review it. So that's how it's played. Anyway, all right. Give me 1 second.
Thank you everybody for watching this. I mean, it's good to have you along with us on this journey as we experience the game. Especially those of us who showed up in our streams. It's really great to have you there. So thank you for being here.
This is the farm I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Where you actually go to the farm and you do stuff for them. So anyway, yes, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Bailey. Thank you, Bullhead, for joining me once again for another week. And I hope that we continue this process. I do believe it went smoother this time.
Mm-hmm. I believe so too.
So
Yeah, a lot smoother.
I am happy with the results that we did today. Thank you again. Once again, the next one will be Evil Genius 2. Because we did try the other one, but the other one wasn't gonna work. So until I can figure out how to do that, because we do take suggestions. So guys, we do take suggestions. If you have any suggestions, put them on the YouTube or come to our stream and let us know what you want to consider. And we will look into it as one of ours. Each week we choose one of us to choose which one we want to play, and then it's going to be a round table. Basically, my turn, and then it'll be Bullhead's turn, and it'll be Bailey's turn, and vice versa, over and over again, where we will actually choose what we like to play. So there we go. Anyway, thank you all for being here, and I appreciate it. Let's call it a night. Here we go. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.